Well, hello there. 28 all by myself. Gonna be a boring video for you. I don't have the dynamic dual together today. I know it's gonna be kind of boring, but it's gonna be just me for a short video. I was awake last night, believe it or not, thinking of this video and putting this video together for you guys because my friend Jerry out there has got a box that's blown up. Right, it blew one pill, and he said he wants to change himself. And I think that's great because, when you think about it, you're going to pack up a box, pay to ship it somewhere, have somebody change one pill for you, pay it, ship it back and all that. This is why we do what we do. I mean, certain things we should be able to do ourselves if we're going to own and run this stuff, in my opinion. I'm sure the techs probably don't like me saying this, but, anyway. So I want to just give a few pointers and tips. I realized are good to know because just last night 22 and myself were out here and we pulled a couple pills out of this box here, right here, and I still got to pull some more. As you can see, what I'm going to show you is a couple, how to spot a blown pill, and then the right tools and solder and stuff, how important that is. And that's what made me think of doing this video, because I was trying to pull a pill out and 22 was watching me and he was about pulling his hair out. He's like, let me give you a few pointers because you're going to be there for 47 hours. So it made me realize, okay, so we're out in my garage. So this is what I call this is my garage. I call this garage out here, it's an external garage, separate from the house. I call it my toy box. Okay, so I call this my toy box soldering gun. My toy box gun. Okay, as you can see, it's a Weller. Probably bought it at like Home Depot or something. Nothing special, you know what I mean? Just a regular little. It's got, it's got an adjustment on it, whatever. It doesn't have a temperature or nothing like that. It's very basic. Okay. And as you can see, this tip is pretty much wore out, and it's wore out and it's very small. Okay. And so, I'm assuming many of you, this might be what you're working with, And in this particular box, it's a very old box, so it has old solder in it. Before we discovered this awesome stuff, okay, which is amazing compared to the old stuff. Like, you ever buy solder from the auto parts store or from Home Depot or whatever, it just doesn't work very well. I don't know if it's got bad flux in it or what the deal is, but it just doesn't seem to work as good. So one of the things 22 showed me last night when I was playing around here. Now let me show you what to look for when you open your box. Obviously, first what happened was you're keying and you lose watts, right? So you get off the key and you smell something burning. Well, this is what you smell burning typically. Okay. Burned resistors. Can you see that? Let me flip this around so I can see what I'm looking at. Okay. So, burn resistors, okay? Sorry. Burn resistor. Okay. Typically what we do is we go to the output combiner and check. See these? I got off the key real quick so they didn't completely burn up, but you can see they're damaged. I'll change them. They still work. As long as they're still together, as we saw in a video not too long ago when we were burning one up on purpose. It just kept working until it was like completely, basically, like these, Typically, okay, so now that tells me two resistors on this output combiner tells me that it's, it's coming from one of these 4-pill sections. Each one of these has a 4-pill section coming to it. So when you open your box, you look around, you look for the blown resistors, and you can see all these are fine. All the other ones. Over there, and over there, and over there, okay? So you find these. Now you know at least you're in this 4-pill section, right? Could be all 4, could be 1, could be 4. Typically, not always, but supposed to, these little babies right here are supposed to blow out. And that will tell you exactly which pill is bad. In this case, because I got off the key too fast, none of these little 10 ohms are blown. See that? So if you blow a pill, you blow 1 pill, 2 pills, whatever, open your box, look for the 10 ohms. They usually blow out because I got off the key real quick, almost too quick. That's why these resistors aren't black. Why these got so black so quick, I don't know. Just the way it blew up. I don't know what happened to my system. This was on my new base station system. I don't know if my antennas, I don't know what the deal is, but it was showing my SWR was real bad. I haven't figured that out yet. But anyway, so I don't have any 10 ohms. I can't use that, but usually they will be blowing. They'll show you exactly which pill is blown, so that's very helpful. That's why we use little baby resistors on there. We want them to blow quickly, so we know what pill blew. In this case here, I have to take all 4 of these out now and test them all. I don't know which, they could all be blown for all I know. You know what I'm saying? By the way, if you're real observant and you happen to notice that this is a C pill right here, this is a C pill, that's not a C pill, that is a C pill, that is not a C pill, that is not a C pill, that's a C pill, that's a C pill. Pay no attention to that. This is my own box, and we do whatever we want to our own stuff. We're always experimenting, always testing. Don't pay any attention to the man behind the curtain. And as 22 always says, do as I say, not as I do, or is it the other way around? I'm not sure. But pay no attention to that. Don't freak out. Somebody's going, well, maybe that's why the pills blew, you moron. Hey, we're in test mode all the time. We're always testing stuff. Don't you worry about it. Pay no attention. But anyway, I want to show you how a bad soldering gun and bad solder works. And then I'm going to show you how good stuff works, because it could save your life. I mean, if you guys are going to attempt to fix your own boxes and change a pill and some resistors, totally change your life. Just having the right soldering gun, the right tip, and the right solder. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do here today. Okay? Be right back. Okay, so we talked about the wore out bad. That tip is too small. I don't know if you can tell how small it, but in my opinion, it's too small for taking out pills and stuff. Okay. So we're just going to work on these 2 over here. Okay. So now, I don't know how good you can see, but the design of this tip is kind of just like flat on both sides. So what I try to do, since this is all we have to work with out here, is I try to lay it down as flat as possible. Okay? So like in this scenario, I come underneath this wire here, and I get it down flat so I can heat up more of the solder. See, it worked fairly well. Right? Now, but if you're going to try and change this pill, hold on a second, I got to take the pills out. Or hold on a second, I got to take the screws out, get those out first. Okay, so we always take the screws out first, right? Get those out of the way. I like this wire running over. Okay. Again, this is our box. We've had it for 30 years. It has been through hell and back. It started with Toshiba pills, all Toshibas. We reworked the whole thing, changed the pills 18 times. One day I'm probably going to strip it completely, clean it all up, redo it all nice, because this is our original 711 box. Back, so let me show you the front. It's really cool. Those are the stickers. A world apart. high velocity, HV. He used to call it super bad, high velocity, 711 built. He built that for us years and years and years ago. Right now he's probably cringing, thinking, my box, what have you done to my box? It probably doesn't even look the same to him anymore, but there are some cool things in here that he did. Look at the width of this power bar. Thing's huge. All the wires, all underneath. I mean, he did some cool stuff. The man could build a box. Excellent box builder, excellent radio builder. He's our teacher, our mentor. Okay, now, what I was doing basically, now this thing just has a little tip, right? So, if I just hold it down on there like that, it's going to take about a month of Sundays to warm up all that solder. So if I can get it as flat as possible, get more of the tip on there as possible, see, it kind of works much better. Okay. Now, even this solder is probably not that bad because we've worked on it so much. So one of the things he taught me last night was do each side tab first. Okay, so I get it as flat as possible on there. Because if I just come in like this, it's going to take forever because just the tip of the soldering gun, right? So we want to get it flat on there. Kind of move it around, spread that heat around. Wait till it's all good and wet. Or liquefied, rather. And just bend that tab up. Okay? So we got the two side ones real easy. Now, the next easiest one to get to is right here. Up here it's a little tighter because of the 1000 on there. So we get this one, and I got plenty of room to come from the side like this, right? Hope you guys can see okay. You can come from the side, right? See, and it heats it up pretty quick, right? So I just get my little tab under there, or my little wrench, or whatever you want to call that thing. Okay, and I just bend it up. Okay, fairly easy, right? This is real time. I'm not editing this. Now this one I come in on the same angle, and all I really have to do at this point is heat up that solder and just lift the pill up. Once it's disconnected, it'll just lift right off of there, see? See? Not so bad, right? Hope you guys can see okay. Nothing to it. Right? What I wanted to show you was another thing you can do to help you get this solder flowing is throw some fresh Kessler on there because it's got flux in it and it'll help liquidate, see? Loosened up right away. Okay, and don't worry about getting too much solder piled up in there because you can always suck it out with the sucker, right? Clean off the tip, go over here, maybe add a little solder on there, get it flowing. Get the little poker thing underneath the tab and bend it up. Be careful when you do these because the older these pill strips get. I did it backwards. I was supposed to do this closer one first. Chucklehead. See, I'm still learning. Put a little flux on there. And it's not like I do this every day. Okay. It's still hooked on the other tab, so I got to do this side first. Come back over here. And she's out. Not too bad, you know. I just wanted to do this because I know that some of you guys are going to attempt to, you know, repair your own boxes, which I think is great. That's what we do. I mean, I know the techs probably don't want to hear this, but it's just not practical. Is it practical to have to ship your box, disconnect your box, take it out, ship it out, go to the store, ship it to somebody, have them change one pill, some resistors, and ship it back? You know there's nothing wrong with the box. It's not out of tune, none of that stuff. You just happen to pop a pill because you had a bad coax or whatever. Just change a pill. Okay, this one's a much better example now of what you may find when you blow a pill and you open your box. So here we have the output combiner. Notice the two blown resistors. So you know you have to change those, which tells you, you know, there's at least one 4-pill section for the problem, maybe 2. Well, as you can see, that 10 ohm is blown right there. These 2 are fine. It looks like it because there. It looked like it was blown because of the light, but it's, as you can see, these 2 are fine. That one's fine. That one's fine. That one is blown. Okay. These look fine. Right here. But when we come to the other side, resistors look okay. But we see that? It blew up so bad it left smoke residue on that little disc capacitor. So that baby is guaranteed to be gone. Okay, but all the other little 10 ohms are perfectly fine. So that tells us this pill and this pill. This box blew 2 pills. The other problem I see in this box right now, this is very concerning to me. I don't know why that looks like it's arcing or something. I think I'm going to check these. Make sure these are the right transformers in here. It's very concerning. But anyway, okay, so you got a couple of resistors got to be changed there. 10 ohm here, 10 ohm over there, and this pill, and that pill. So I'm going to show you how nice it is taking a pill out with a nice solder. See, this box is beautifully made. It's got all beautiful solder in it. It's a newer box. And I have a nice soldering gun, which I'll show you here. You know, you can control the temperature. I usually run around 8:15 when I'm taking pills out. And the tip, even this one's getting wore out, but see how it's got a little angle on it and a much flatter surface? See that? It's dirty right now. Hold on. This is that stuff I was telling 22 about. Cleans it up real nice. See how it's got a flat surface? So I'll show you how that works here in a minute. Alright, I don't know how this is going to work for you guys. I don't know how good you're going to be able to see. But first we move the flyback resistor and disc capacitor out of the way. We keep them soldered together. We put this nice flat tip right down on the board. See how fast that came off? Because that solder's got a lot of nice flux in it. Were you able to see that? I hope so. We pull this little resistor out of here, right? This little 10 ohm's got to be replaced. So we get our little pliers on there, and we just zip that fast. So when you have a good gun and good solder, it makes life real easy. Bam. See? That flat tip fits right down on there, and bam. We clean off the soldering gun. Always clean it off. That goes in the scrap pile. I don't know if you guys can hear the skip in the background. I think they let the mental ward out. I think somebody set up a base station in the mental ward on the west side. And this is on the Super Bowl. I don't understand the west side at all. I really don't. It's like 4 cool people out there, and the rest there's something wrong with them. No offense to my friends on the west side, you know, but come on. You guys smoking a little too much dope out there or something, man. We'll leave it move this one out of the way. We'll move the neighbor out of the way there since it's so easy to do. Boom. Okay. Look how fast that, look at that. All these pill strips. These pills are put down so flat, I can't even get under them to pull them up. I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess it's a good thing. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's just some absolute moron out there, and he's on the Super Bowl. He's got like umpteen gigawatts. Can you guys hear this? I gotta turn this up for you. I can't. You gotta hear this. Not him. He's cool. I literally can't get under the tab. It's so flat down on the board. I can't get under there. Hear that? What is that moron? Oh man, look out. Right there. The buzzard is cool. We make it look pretty while we're in there. We purtyize it. We don't want it to get ugly. We gotta make it pretty. I can't listen to this garbage. Something wrong with these people. We must grab a handy dandy tester. We must check that pill that we just took out. Just to make sure. Always check them. They're too expensive to waste. That goes on the side. If you happen to own one of these fine old realistic pill checkers, you put red on the top tab, which is the one with the cut out of it. See that? Red on top, black on the side, yellow on the bottom. No good. That's what that means. She's a goner. Okay. Hopefully that helps you guys. The key is good tip soldering gun, good hot soldering gun, adjustable variable temperature soldering gun, and it'll be a lot easier for you. See how easy this gun, I don't know how good you guys can see, but it just instantly melts the solder and makes it flow. And you can make it pretty, you know. And then nice. Clean the soldering gun off, and bam. I don't know if you can see it or not. I hope you can, but okay, hope that helps. I'm going.